BTS's Jimin finally reveals his emotional relationship with Jungkook on Live. Crying face revolving hearts since the beginning of his debut with BTS, Jimin has become one of the most beloved figures among fans, or known as ARMY. With a soft voice, mesmerizing dance, and an aura that is always able to make the heart tremble, Jimin is not only known for his talent, but also for his emotional side that is always kept behind his warm smile. Recently, however, the ARMY world was again rocked by such an intimate and honest moment from Jimin when he opened up his deepest feelings about his relationship with Jungkook through a live broadcast globally. The broadcast began as usual. Jimin looked relaxed, smiling as he looked at the camera with eyes that radiated sincerity. No one expected that what will be revealed by him will cause such a wave of emotions in the community of fans. At first, Jimin talked about his daily activities, exhausting workouts, and preparation for the upcoming concert. However, over time, the conversation slowly turned into something more personal. I want to be honest about my feelings," Jimin said in a slightly trembling voice. A long pause ensued, and fans around the world immediately sensed that this was no ordinary broadcast. Jimin's eyes glazed over, and he let out a long sigh before continuing. "I know many of you may have guessed, but I want you to hear directly from me." At this moment, the soldiers begin to realize that Jimin is talking about someone very important in his life, Jungkook. Although not explicitly naming names, Jimin's intonation and the way he said his words made everyone sure who he meant. "He was always there for me. In every laugh, every sadness, every moment that feels so heavy. I feel sometimes I'm not strong enough to show how much he means to me," Jimin said, his voice choked with emotion. The fans who watched the live broadcast could not resist. Thousands of emotional comments flooded the screen, many writing how much they felt Jimin's sincerity, while others cried together. Most of the ARMY called this moment one of Jimin's most emotional confessions in years. Not only that, Jimin also talked about the struggle and happiness he felt with Jungkook. He alluded to how the two have supported each other in a hectic career, how Jungkook has always been a source of strength in difficult times, and how their bond goes beyond mere friendship or group mates. "I know, maybe this sounds like an exaggeration, but she's really a part of my life. Always." In the broadcast, Jimin also touched on small moments that often go unnoticed by the public. How Jungkook used to accompany him late at night just to talk when Jimin felt tired, how Jungkook's simple gaze could make all Jimin's worries disappear, to small things like eating together or laughing together that are now priceless memories. All the details were conveyed gently, but each word carried an incredible emotional load. The ARMY's response was remarkable. Social media was instantly filled with hashtags like #Jungkook, #JiminConfession, and #ARMYEmotional. Many fans admitted that they were moved to tears. Others shared their theories and stories about how Jimin and Jungkook's relationship has always felt special, even behind the scenes. Analysis of the behavior of both in various broadcasts and old videos has become a hot topic, because Jimin's confession now gives the emotional confirmation that he has been waiting for. Some fans also noted how Jimin, despite the seeming tenderness and affection, still showed firmness. He realized that expressing feelings is not easy, especially in front of millions of fans around the world. "It's not about seeking attention or sensation," says Jimin. "It's about honesty, about respecting the feelings of someone who means so much to me." The moment also led to speculation about the dynamics of their relationship in the future. Many soldiers hoped that the two would open up to each other more, while others tried to calm themselves by remembering that whatever happens, the most important thing is the happiness of Jimin and Jungkook behind the scenes. The news also said that Jungkook knew about this live broadcast before it aired. Jungkook's reaction, seen in the short video, was a mixture of shock, touch, and a big smile. Some sources even mentioned that Jungkook wrote a short message to Jimin, showing his full support and gratitude for Jimin's courage to share his feelings. For many fans, this moment is not only about the romantic story between two idols, but also about the courage to express feelings that have been kept tight. Jimin and Jungkook, in their own way, reminded the world that honesty and genuine care for our loved ones are the most precious things. The broadcast ended with Jimin smiling warmly into the camera, trying to calm himself down. Thank you for listening. I just want you to know that someone I care about is very important to me. That's all, he said, before closing the broadcast. It was one of the most emotional days for the ARMY. Thousands of fan art, reaction videos, and analysis of their relationship circulated on social media, making Jimin and Jungkook's names increasingly discussed. Many call this moment a turning point in their relationship that looks even stronger and more sincere. Furthermore, Jimin's confession also opened a discussion about the importance of mental health and courage in expressing feelings. Many fans have noticed that even people who look perfect on stage have complex feelings and need support. Jimin, with his sincerity and courage, has set a vivid example of the importance of emotional honesty and how a simple confession can touch millions of hearts. Meanwhile, Jungkook as a couple is now a symbol of hope and love in the K-pop world. Not only because they are famous idols, but because they show a human side that is rarely seen: vulnerability, sincerity, and a relationship of mutual respect. For ARMY, this moment was an invaluable gift, a reminder that true love and friendship can be found even in a world of intense scrutiny and high pressure. After Jimin's live broadcast ended, many soldiers immediately recap small moments that previously seemed trivial, but now feel full of meaning. For example, Jimin's gaze during a concert or an old video where Jungkook pats Jimin on the back when he looks tired. They are now interpreted as little evidence of their strong emotional bond. Every light-sounding gesture, smile, or word is now reread with great precision by fans, figuring out hidden messages they may not have noticed before. Jungkook's own reaction was the next highlight. Although there has been no official statement from HYBE or the management, various leaked short videos show Jungkook smiling while staring at his phone screen, occasionally smiling slightly as if touched. ARMY, who saw it, immediately concluded that Jungkook was aware of Jimin's broadcast before it aired and responded in private, showing that the two had very close communication even in very limited public situations. One of the aspects that makes this moment so touching is the context of the relationship between the two. Jimin and Jungkook are not just group mates, they have gone through so many difficult phases and happy moments together. From heavy pre-debut rehearsals, tight concert schedules, to global pressures as part of BTS, the two have always been on each other's side. Many fans said that the way they understood each other without the need for words was proof of the emotional closeness that is rarely seen in the entertainment world. In that live broadcast, Jimin also alluded to his fear. She said she had refrained from being too open for fear Jungkook would feel overwhelmed or the public would misinterpret their relationship. However, he finally felt that keeping feelings for too long was actually more harmful to himself. "I realized that if I wasn't honest, I might lose the opportunity to truly appreciate someone who is always by my side," Jimin said in a soft, yet emotional voice.